Thanks for joining the Walt Weekly Podcast. We're here today with
Tony Harrington.
All right, we're here today with Mr. Harrington, who is a graduate of the Grad program that was started back in the 60s that was sponsored by the Hotchkiss School, one of the top preparatory schools in the country. So again, we are celebrating the 60th anniversary of that program. All right, that extended opportunity to people that were not their usual students, but they went into the ghettos, the poor areas, and it's like the people through Father Currents who were the spearhead of this initiative. So we have Tony Harrington with us, and he's a graduate of the Hotchkiss program, the Gold program. So let's turn it over. Let's hear what Larry has to say about his experience at Hotchkiss and what it meant to his life, and how he would contrast 60 years ago with today, 2025, back in 1964, 65, and 66. Okay. All right, so Tony.
So I wasn't here 60 years ago, but pretty close to it. I was in the class of 71, 72.
Oh, okay.
And I grew up in Hartford, and my brother also attended this school as well. I saw it, as an opportunity to improve my academic skills and also my cultural skills, because basically I grew up in one area of Hartford and was kind of limited. So coming here, have an opportunity to, interface with a lot of staff that I was unfamiliar with, along with personalities coming from Harlem that were also engaged in participating in activities here. It was great. It was 8 weeks. And here, I think it instilled a lot more confidence in my ability, to get prepared for exams and for things of that sort. We had Mr. Peoples, who was our guidance counselor at Hartford High School, and he also was very active here. So he kept an eye on us during the off season, so to speak. My wrestling coach.
Yeah, I heard that Father Curran had his informants out there watching y'all guys.
Yes. And then I had my wrestling coach, Mr. Stroh, Bob Stroh. He was heavily involved in my maturation into college life. He was instrumental in getting a scholarship at the University of Hartford. And I just have so many vivid memories of just so much basketball team, of which I didn't play for. We all played basketball, but the Stars.
Oh, so cool.
And they were really pretty, competitive. Everybody, really. I can't believe that it was all guys and we had a great time.
Yeah, it was all girls school. All boys school at that
Yes,
time, right?
yes.
And now it's cold.
Right, which is unbelievable.
Yeah, I noticed with bathrooms, all sexes, or men and women same bathroom.
Right.
Wow,
This is a change, and
Never seen that.
I haven't either. This is new. Again, to come here and to see this school just balloon into such a fantastic institution. I mean, it was great then.
Yes.
But it has just grown so dramatically.
Well, they've been around since 1891, right? That's when they was founded.
Yes.
And they had some big time people graduate from Hotchkiss.
Absolutely.
All the way to college.
Absolutely.
You know any of them?
I don't. I really never made a conscious effort to stay on top of what Hotchkiss was doing. Unfortunately, following my completion of the program here, I went to the University of Hartford, then grad school, and then work.
What did you major in?
Well, undergrad, I was majoring in sociology, and then I went on to get my MSW at UConn School of Social Work, and then went back to University of Hartford to get my EDD in educational leadership. So
you were a PhD or?
EDD.
Just what is EDD? What's that?
It's a doctorate in education.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there was always a lot of controversy in between, PhD, EDD.
Yeah, EDD. Man. I'm a MBA. That's about it. Working guy.
Yeah. So
I'm not saying that you weren't working.
No.
Wrong. Just that's the avenue to my whatever accomplishments out there. I guess. Security.
But I think. I credit this school and Father Kern with just giving me the confidence to be successful in the fields that I decided to pursue. Not long after that, I started doing anthems for one of our professional hockey teams and then professional basketball teams as far as.
Oh, you were doing a
anthems.
national anthem for them?
Yes.
And what did you sing, or did you what instrument?
I sang a cappella.
Really?
For the Hartford Whalers, for the New York Knicks, for the Boston Celtics, for all the ABL teams that we had. We had the Hellcats,
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And then we had a Connecticut Pride, which was a men's CBA team. So, for the last, 84 to now, so 41 years, I've been doing anthems in a variety of different capacities.
That's great.
So at that time, I just wondered, how could I put myself out there? And it was told to me, just concentrate on each event and do it as often as you can. So what ended up happening for the 11 years I was doing the Whalers, and for I think the 15 or so that I was doing, Celtics, was there are many times I came into that arena where I couldn't sing. I hadn't done anything during the course of the whole day until a few, an hour or so before it started warming up. And it was a different version, but it was one that was acceptable. It was still professional. And it taught me that you could endure a lot more than you think you can.
Oh, yeah.
And so it sort of also made me recognize that you can do anything you want to do, and that's been sort of rooted in my involvement here because they are the first ones that gave me confidence that I could do some special things.
I know one of your colleagues mentioned to me that when he finished this program, he gave him the confidence that he needed to endure life, fight the fights that he had to do. And, some people observe having a chip on his shoulder because he gained so much from the Hotchkiss program, the GOLD program. So it was like a different approach to life, a different perspective on life.
One of the interesting things is that, and I just recognized it coming back here now, there's a program that I've been involved with for the last roughly 25 years. It's called Summer Bridge. And I never really thought it was patterned after this activity, but it's for graduating seniors getting prepared for college. So I was a first generation college student, and many of the participants in this program are first generation college students. And it was to prepare them to be successful in remedial English, remedial math. So when they went to college, they would be more successful in taking the credit level classes. So I've been doing this. Matter of fact, we have one that'll be starting up in Bloomfield, June 30th. This will be the 4th year that we're doing it there. But prior to that, we were doing it at Tungus Community College, Wayne University, and then the town of Bloomfield. So I serve currently there as deputy mayor, and that's the first program that I started, and this is our 4th year.
Oh, fantastic. I didn't know that. Normally, when I do these interviews, I have a bio, and I have, a lot of other guys I haven't met before. The last two people, including yourself. So that gives me like a disadvantage. I want you to do most of the talking, right? Because I haven't had a chance to really do a deep dive on you. But I will, because I may want to come back, especially.
Okay.
Yeah, EDD. What is it? Meeting y'all guys, I've learned. And one thing about doing a podcast, and especially when you do a lot of interviews, you learn from people. I mean, I've learned a tremendous amount since I've been doing podcasts. Put myself in people's shoes, or I can say, man, how in the world did you do that? How did you survive? So if y'all guys look back at the Walt Weekly, we up to close to 300 episodes that we published since 2019. Walt Weekly is on all platforms. When I say all legitimate platforms.
Right.
Okay? So if you go to Apple Podcasts, we're there. You go to Google Play, we're there. You go to Spotify, we're there. You go to iHeart, we're there. Even you can say, Alexa, play the Walt Weekly.